Joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Schnapper, Alex Harper.
Yo,
Hey, Harp, how we doing?
I'm great, man. Hope you are.
White coat fam.
Indeed.
We got the big board. We got Chan Man in here, right side.
Strong side.
We got J-Bone off camera, but with a mic. What's up, Jarrett?
What's up?
All right, so here's what we're doing. Alex Harper is picking his favorite NFL team, not for today, not for this year, for his entire life. And we are going down all 32 teams. He has knocked out several of them to this point. Alex, can we get an update on who you've knocked out starting with the National Football Conference?
Absolutely. Dallas Cowboys, Washington Commanders, Chicago Bears, Carolina Panthers, Arizona Cardinals, and the LA Rams.
How about the American Football Conference?
The Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets, Cleveland Browns, Tennessee Titans, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Las Vegas Raiders. None of you will be my team now, in the future, or ever.
Alex, let's say that I make you pick one of the teams you've already eliminated. Who's your favorite team to be a fan of that has been eliminated to this point?
That is a great question.
That's what I do.
So great that there's silence.
That's a great question. Probably the Titans.
Okay.
Probably the Titans. Love the city of Nashville. I
Yeah.
think, although I think their uniforms are kind of underachieving. I really like the color scheme.
Could be better.
And
And they're building a new stadium.
as I said last week, great history.
Yeah.
Storied. Very storied.
Haven't been around a long time, but great history.
CJ2K. Yeah.
All
They're
right.
my favorite of the teams that have been eliminated so far.
So let's knock out two more today. Once again, Alex will be making his choice on draft day, that Thursday. So leading up to the NFL draft, that'll be exciting. Alex will pick a team, and then that night, his new favorite team will draft maybe his new favorite player. Who knows?
It's either going to be the most exciting thing in the world or absolutely nobody will care.
No in between.
No in between.
No in between. This is either your favorite segment or least favorite segment.
Yes.
All right, so Alex, where are we going for the first elimination?
First elimination of this week is in the NFC. It's going to be the New York Giants.
Yeah, I feel like we've knocked out a bunch of boring teams, but I realize we still have more boring teams to go, and the Giants are one of those teams.
They are one of those teams. They're kind of just nothing. Like, I forget the Giants exist. I know that's wild because they've been around forever, but they just don't really got anything going for them that
So
really
they won
gets me excited.
2 Super Bowls in the last
20 years.
20 years now, I guess. But, like, those teams were not great.
No.
They went on playoff runs, and they had good defenses.
Both teams had to get out of the wild card.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and pull off miraculous stuff. And I guess we like Eli for beating Tom Brady twice. It's pretty cool.
Can you imagine if he didn't?
I can. Yeah.
It would be terrible.
It
It would be terrible.
I mean, I just did.
I mean,
Tom Brady would have 9 Super Bowls.
that would be complete. He's already insufferable, but like with 9, that would just take him to another level. Pros for the Giants, I did have a few. Tommy Cutlets. Who doesn't love Tommy Cutlets?
Me.
You don't like Tommy Cutlets?
No, he's a terrible quarterback.
His manager wears a fedora.
Okay.
That's so sick.
I love that Giants fans are so dumb that they're like, just because he has an Italian name, think he's a good quarterback.
And does an Italian gesture.
Yeah.
And that's like his.
He has mob ties.
Yeah, that's like his signature move. They're like, that's our guy. That's our guy.
They have elite throwbacks. The throwback uniforms are pretty sick.
What are they?
They're like I don't know. This is a bad comparison, but they kind of look like the New York Rangers if they were football uniforms.
Are you talking about the ones that it says Giants on the helmet?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I like
It's like
those.
from when I started watching football.
I don't know what it is about them because they're
Okay.
not that intricate, but I like them. And then I have Lawrence Taylor was badass.
All right, finally, something I agree with on your pro list. I always talk about cool throwback jersey. That would be one of the coolest.
Yeah,
The 56 of LT. Yeah, not many pros with that team. We talked about their stadium last week, and maybe we'll get to that, sharing a stadium. But like,
yeah, we will.
any other pros for the Giants?
There's
Oh, they did have Odell Beckham.
They had Saquon Barkley. Oh,
Yeah.
they can only go up from here.
you're getting in on the ground floor, definitely. They're
I mean-
about to have a new quarterback.
Two of the greatest catches of all time belong to the Giants. Odell Beckham's catch and then the helmet catch.
Not bad. Not bad,
That
Sean.
is true.
Yeah. All right, to the cons.
That's it for pros. For the cons, first one I have Daniel Jones.
He's not on the
That's
team.
it. He's not on the team anymore?
Nah.
Sweet. Don't have to
And there's a
worry
reason
about
for that.
that. Yeah, because he's terrible. They share a
Tommy
stadium.
DeVito was a pro, but Daniel Jones is a con.
Do what?
Tommy DeVito was a pro, but Daniel Jones is a con.
Yeah, if
Daniel
you
Jones
suck, if you suck, at least have aura. You know what I mean? Tommy Cutlass has aura. Tommy DeVito would sell T-shirts. No one's buying a Daniel Jones T-shirt. Sure, fair.
Yeah. Daniel Jones was coached by Eli's old coach. And he's got that dumb face. So they were like, let's get another, not target, but like true value
Great value.
Manning. Great value Manning. Good grief, what am I trying to say?
So Daniel Jones, of course, they share a stadium. That's absolutely
Boom.
unacceptable.
Awful.
It's terrible. I do have
Their
They
owner's
get-
a snitch.
how so?
Because when they had an uncapped year in the NFL, so the Redskins took advantage of it and went over the cap, but there was no cap, and then they got in trouble. And this is no cap, what I'm saying right now. And the Giants owner snitched them out.
Oh, also, their GM, an idiot. His son told him what to do in the draft, and if he
That was on the the Hard Knocks offseason, wasn't it?
yeah.
They weren't getting Jaden Daniels
Yeah.
anyways. They were not
That
in the
is
position.
true, but
But he also let Saquon walk.
Yeah.
That's true. That is literally my next point is that they got rid of Saquon for
and he
no,
went
for no
to a
reason.
division rival who won the Super Bowl.
Did they
Idiots.
trade him there or did they lose him for nothing?
No, he was
Picked up as a free
he was
agent.
picked up.
Because
They lost him for nothing.
Yeah.
Golly, man.
And then had 2,000 yards and had probably one of the best seasons a running back's had.
Do the Giants still have gray face masks?
I don't know.
I remember Justin Tuck's crazy face mask.
Yeah.
He had a cool one.
Former Pirate Linville Joseph started his career and won a Super Bowl with the Giants.
I love how you look at stuff like this, though, Alex.
Why? Because is it nothing you would have ever thought of before, I guess?
No, it's pretty intricate.
Yeah, the gray face mask is terrible.
I'm seeing some with white, some with gray. Who's that? Daniel Jones, but he's wearing the old helmet with the white face mask. I got to see what the. See, I'm seeing some grays here on this one, though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, most of the stuff that I write down, I think, one, it's better content, but it's also a more, genuine selection. I'm pretty much doing all this from memory. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything that I've wrote down, every pro and con, is just, what I know as of right now.
Cool,
So-
cool Giants throwbacks. We talked about LT, Beckham. You mentioned. I don't like Tiki Barber, but maybe that would be a cool one.
Did you enjoy watching Brandon Jacobs?
I like big backs, and I cannot lie. So I like Brandon Jacobs. Again, as a Washington fan, I hate the Giants, but they've had some cool players. Brandon Jacobs was cool. You mentioned
Ahmad
Justin
Bradshaw.
Tuck. I loved Ahmad Bradshaw as a player.
I don't even know who that is.
Phil Simms.
Wendell Marshall. Phil Simms, I hate.
I don't know who that is.
More so because he was. I'm so glad CBS finally got him off the football broadcast.
Yeah, he's awful.
I
He's
think
terrible.
out of all the teams that Dwayne Harris played for, I think he did the best with the Giants. Had some pretty good punt returns.
Dwayne Harris, Giants throwback. All right. Anything else on this awful organization?
No,
I
that's pretty
just
much
want to
about it.
move on because I'm getting sick talking about them.
Fair enough.
And their old dumb coach, Joe Judge, said Washington was a clown organization.
Oh,
And he won't lie, but
This is how we
worry
talk
about your own house.
Have we talked about Brian Daboll and how he used to call him fat, and then he heard that and then lost weight?
He got skinny, and now he can't coach anymore.
Yeah.
Just like Kevin James isn't as funny when he slimmed down. or Jonah Hill.
That's a good point.
If you get fat, you need to stay fat.
I never thought about that.
Think about
I guess
that.
because when you're fat, you're like compensating because you feel like you need to be funny for people to like you.
Probably
So you
so.
put
But
in
you're
more
also
effort
you're your
into your-
true self.
That's true.
Like
That's
I could
true.
get skinny tonight if I wanted to, but I would lose everything I have.
Like
You could get
Clip
skinny
goes
in
to eat a
6
salad,
hours.
and Clip goes to eat a salad and maybe like a healthy smoothie, and goes, "What am I doing?" And then goes to McDonald's.
A lot of times I do get skinny. I'm like, man, I better have a big ass breakfast because I got to get fat again before the show today.
If you needed to get skinny in 6 hours, what are you doing?
A lot of puking, enemas,
What?
don't they? Whatever makes you go to the bathroom.
Oh. Is that what an enema is?
Well,
Like a laxative,
what's it called? Yeah.
a laxative,
I can't,
an enema,
CONCACAF. I don't know.
Colostomy?
I don't know.
colonoscopy.
No, but something like that.
Sorry, Alex.
Y'all are good.
Colonic? What's that?
Michael Kalinic.
Oh,
I think
man.
this segment's about to be shut down. Colon cleansing, known as a colonic,
Yeah.
flushing the colon with fluids to remove waste. Yeah, I would do that. And get liposuction and Ozempic.
Nice.
It's like a cocktail
Yeah.
of all those
Here's
things.
the best thing you could do: watch the New York Giants play football.
Exactly.
Moving on.
Please.
All right, the other team getting eliminated this week is the LA Chargers.
Nice.
Ooh,
Gold Chargers.
go Chargers.
When we started, I really thought they would last longer than what they did, but it is what it is. So pros, I am a John Harbaugh fan.
What about Jim?
Jim's cool.
But you just want to let it be known that you're a big fan
What I
of the
say?
Chargers coach's brother.
Oh, well, I mean, all right, you know what I meant. All right.
You probably shouldn't be a fan of that team. You don't. You don't know which Harbaugh's
That's
the
a good
coach.
point. All right, Jim Harbaugh. I do
I
like
like
Jim
him
Harbaugh.
too.
You played against him.
No, I didn't.
No, you
was
didn't. That's
suspended.
true. And the team threw
Hart
up
was there. Harbaugh won't.
and the team threw up the fours.
Yeah. And a
Yeah.
touching tribute.
Rest in peace, Jim Harbaugh.
So Jim Harbaugh, you like that guy?
I do like him. I think he's pretty cool. Justin Herbert,
Sucks.
he sucks.
No, he doesn't.
He's
I don't
pretty
think he
good.
sucks. But what do I know? I think the Chargers have the best uniform combination in the league.
Can I add one?
By
You might
far.
have it on there. I'm gonna add this. Lad McConkey.
I don't have that.
I love that dude.
Who is that? Oh, he played for Georgia, right?
Mhm.
The
He had
short,
a
skinny
great
white
rookie
kid.
year.
He had a great rookie year. He's fun to watch.
Nice. Didn't know he played for them, but that is cool.
McConkey check.
Honestly, for pros, that's all I have.
LT.
Really cool hit throwbacks with LT. Antonio Gates would be cool. Old
Phillip
Kellen
Rivers.
Winslow.
I feel like you can't wear a Phillip Rivers jersey. I don't know why. I feel like people would look at you funny.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a state guy, a couple people in the room might do that. But
State.
Not me.
I would.
Okay, we're going to cons. I have a con that I don't think we've talked about yet.
All right.
well, he hasn't said one yet, so you're right. You're all over it.
No, I'm talking. No, I'm talking about a con for any team that we've.
This has not been brought up at all.
I think this is an exclusive con. John's cons.
All right, it's time for John's cons. Here's John with today's con.
I'm gonna go with. I don't like when teams move cities.
All right,
It's funny.
but you love the Titans' rich history.
Love it. Love it.
Okay.
I just think San Diego deserves a football team
Why? What is San Diego? No, I'm seriously asking. Why does San Diego, the city, deserve a football team?
because they don't have one.
Well, Chandler, it's funny you bring that up.
And
because
but they also moved to they also moved to
Wait, hey, Alex, will you shut up?
They
This
also-
is his segment.
they also moved to a city where there's already like another football team that moved from a different city.
Which one of y'all's learning about football for the first time? Oh man.
I don't know, man. I just hate that. And
Okay.
when people bring up the possibility of the Panthers moving, it makes me so mad. I don't want to see that happen, and I don't want to see it. From
I don't
other
think
teams.
anyone has brought that up ever. Who's talking about the Panthers leaving?
It's been brought up before.
All right. Do you have that as a con?
It's funny because my first con is they left San Diego.
There you go. John's con.
But it's not because I like San Diego. It's because L.A. has too much stuff.
They have
Yeah.
the Lakers, the Kings,
And nobody cares.
Nobody cares about them. Because
Yeah.
that's another
Is that
con I
really your
have,
first
is they
con?
don't- Yes. That's another con I have. They don't have a fan base
Yeah.
because they just get lost in the shuffle in L.A. Like when they were in San Diego, I feel like people actually cared.
Rams don't have a fan base.
Yeah.
Chargers don't have a fan base.
LA
They
is
had-
a
they-
Raider City.
Chargers do have that fake fan. The woman.
They had to pay an actress to be
yeah,
a fan.
their fan base
Oh,
is so
yeah.
bad they paid an actor to
And
come
then
be
finally,
a fan.
I have the A-Harp special. They're a West Coast team. Get that
So
out
you
of
can't watch their games.
I can't watch their game.
They're not on TV.
Is this a
Well,
bit
here's
at this
the-
point?
Okay, well, let me, huh?
Is this a bit at this point about the West Coast stuff?
No, so okay, I'm standing by the fact that it is easier to watch a televised game of an East Coast team than it is a West Coast team if you live on the East Coast. Because like I said before, what would be the purpose of purchasing NFL Sunday ticket if every single game was televised?
To watch the other games.
What do you mean? If every one of your team's games is televised? What are you saying?
So you're saying
I'm saying everyone, you guys have been laughing at me because you're like, oh, like all the games are televised. But they're not, though. Not every single game played on Sunday is televised. Because what would be the purpose of purchasing Sunday ticket
we're
if
saying
you could watch every
have
single
Sunday
game?
ticket, but like only you. I don't know what you're trying to say. You want to be able to watch all your team's games without Sunday ticket.
Yes.
Okay, so you're a Panthers fan
Or Cowboys.
because that's the only way that's going to happen.
that's the only way. Panthers play on Fox or CBS every Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that's fine. But an East Coast team is way more likely to be televised than a West Coast, no?
That's why you go to a bar every Sunday.
Also, if this is my favorite team, I would like it to be at least somewhat reasonable that I could attend a game in person at one point, like
Fair.
without getting on a plane.
that's fine.
now you're making sense.
Yeah.
Not with all good
I was
business.
making sense first with my first point.
I don't know.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
I mean, you've eliminated the Panthers, the Commanders. Like, what's the only thing left? Is really the Falcons. If you want to get in the car and go to a game,
Is that his
Atlanta's
team?
far. I've been there.
Well, if they're far, again, everything's far.
Yeah, I want to be able to go within reason.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm just
that's
interested
that's
to
my
see
miniature rant.
how
about-
you feel about TV, like Week 5 of the NFL. Depending on what team you pick, how are you viewing their games, and what your plan is for Sundays?
I don't know. I mean, Sundays. I work on Sundays now. So I don't know. What?
How's I used to get a job update from you. How are your jobs going?
Oh, they're pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I got moved from Sunday to Thursday.
So you're good.
So yeah, I'm doing great.
Good. Good.
And if you guys will have me, I'll be able to come on the show live on
Live?
Fridays now.
Oh,
LIVE
we'll
live.
always have you, man. Good deal.
That's what the folks
I
want.
feel the love.
They want to see this live.
San
Yeah.
Diego. Sorry, L.A. Chargers out.
You
Peace,
should
brother.
be. You should be correct.
Any other cons?
For the Chargers, nah, just those ones.
Remind me again, Jarrett. What's rank your least 5 favorite worst NFL teams?
Oh
What
my
teams
God.
do you hate the most?
in division.
No, because there's only 4, and you like one of them.
Okay.
So 5 in the NFL.
Chargers 1, Chiefs 2, Broncos 3.
So you hate the Chargers more than anybody.
Yes.
Wow.
More than
And
the
then I would
Chiefs.
probably go Steelers Cowboys.
Okay. Could you do yours, Sean?
Probably go. I'll go Saints, Falcons, Cowboys, and then I'll go. Chicago Bears, And
Really?
yeah,
Tampa in there at all?
no, I actually don't mind Tampa.
Wow. Such a non. Okay.
Fake
And
fan.
I
Why
probably
do you
have,
hate the Bears?
there's a certain person that really made me hate the Bears,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yikes.
and also just all the trash talk I heard. Not
About
to
the trade?
yeah, not to me, but just on social media.
Okay.
I don't
Clip?
hate any of these teams.
Cowboys, Eagles, G-Men. And then, I mean, I don't hate the Patriots anymore because they stink now. I don't hate the Chiefs because they're not that super hateable.
I'm gonna throw in the Broncos because they beat us in the Super Bowl.
I hate the Seahawks. They knocked us out of the playoffs a couple times. And who's the other team? Probably nobody in the AFC. So it's got to be NFC. North, I don't really care about any of them. South, don't care. So where am I?
Who are you?
Kind of like the Niners, Rams. I don't know, dude. Let's just go with the Patriots for now.
Nice.
Alex, Pro Day coming up.
On Tuesday.
You
yes.
excited?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited, man. I feel like I'm ready.
It's a cool opportunity.
It
Being
will
in front
be.
of Scouts.
It will be. It'll be starting at. It's open to the public,
Yeah.
so I know player check-in is at 8:30 in the morning. I'm not sure when it actually
It's
starts.
cool that it's in the stadium.
Yeah.
But yes, I do agree. I do agree because Pro Day has always been on the turf field, and now I get to perform in Dowdy Fick one more time.
Have you been working out, staying in shape?
Yeah, as best as I can. I probably go to the field about 3 or 4 days a week, and then
Nice.
I go to the gym after work just about every single night.
Follow up. Are you is like working out going to be a part of your daily routine the rest of your life?
Yeah. No, because I was fat as a kid. I can't be fat anymore, dude. I can't.
So are you your true self now?
Do what?
Are you your true self now?
Were
I
you
guess
I guess.
were you
former fat guy.
were you funnier as a kid? And now
Or,
you're
No, I think I'm funnier now.
all right.
Okay.
Then stay that way.
Yeah.
You need to work out every day.
Don't tell me what to do.
Sorry.
All right, we need to run. This is probably a long segment, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Any last words?
I love you, A Harp.
I love you too, man.
All right, we'll end it there.